first sweep so far this season. Talk to me about the squad that we saw this weekend.
Well, I thought we competed hard. I think that was the biggest thing is, we've talked about compete all year certainly. And then, we had some guys that had big weekends. I thought Grant was outstanding for us. He scored a lot of goals and some big ones, key times. Schneider is the guy feeding him. They've got some nice chemistry going. I thought, Fashion. I thought our PK was really good throughout the weekend. Our goaltending was solid. It was a good weekend for us.
Somebody else that stood out physically, I think, was Jean Dupuis. Do you have a comment on his performance in the night?
When you talk about physicality and compete, Jean brings it every game. I think he's more valuable for us on the wing than he is at center. We were forced to play him center a little bit, but I think when he plays on the wing, he's able to get in on forechecks, and that's when he puts a little bit of fear in the D's minds.
Derek Grant, he had 40 games up Buffalo, didn't score at all. He has a massive weekend here with 6 goals. Really kind of spurred the whole weekend, kind of going back to Friday. Bats one in out of the air to tie it up late. Just talk about how impressive his weekend was as a whole.
Well, it's kind of funny because my old coach that I used to work with, Ryan Huska, had him in the Calgary system. And last year, Granter, when he was with them, he scored 37 goals, I want to say in 45 games. So he certainly has that ability. Unfortunately, it hasn't translated yet at the NHL level, but we knew that he could do it, and it was just a matter of time. He was getting tons of chances when he first got with us, and it just took him, a week and a bit to get going. And now that he's going, now you're wondering, is he ever going to stop scoring? And it's great for us because we certainly needed that.
Because scoring was a big problem coming in, shut out 3 out of 4 games coming in the weekend. Can't imagine that the locker room wasn't very fun leading up to this weekend. And now, what does the locker room feel like when pucks start going to the net?
Absolutely. The funny thing is, Grant probably could have had another 6 or 7 last weekend when we were shut out because he was creating chances. And I think when you're creating chances, that's always a positive, and it's just a matter of time before they go in. And certainly, they started going in this weekend.
Having the great weekend that you guys had, how much of a relief is it to just get back and get going?
I think the dressing room for sure has a different feel today than it did 5 days ago. Losing isn't fun for anyone. It's not fun for the fans, the coaches, the players. So, people feel a little better about themselves today than they did a few days ago.
10 games left in the regular season. How do you approach those?
I want to win them all, but that was true 76 games ago. So, the reality is, we are of the growth mindset. We want to get better every single day. That's our job, and we're going to come here to prepare and to improve and to work on things. We're not going to fold up the tents and say, okay, we're going home in a month and that's it. That's not our mentality, and certainly that's not the approach we're going to take as coaches. And I don't believe that those players will take that approach either.
The metaphorical cherry on top of the weekend, Linus Ullmark getting a shutout. All year he's been really the backbone of the team, but this is something really special to get his first North American shutout.
I thought Linus made some key saves tonight at key times. I remember one of him coming across, I think it was on the power play. He did a great job. In saying that, I guess we needed to bring a Swedish backup for him to get his shutout. So, you know what? Jonas did a great job last night, and I think Linus thought, well, I better his performance, and he certainly he did that. He was very solid for us, as he's been all season.
Do you think that the new people that have come onto the squad, do you think that they lit a little bit of fire under the existing Amherst to, get their butts in gear because other guys are here ready to go?
Well, if it hasn't, it should, because the reality is when you are a losing hockey club, they're looking for people to replace you, and I hope that that's certainly the message. I think that, the young guys that have come in have stepped up. They've played well for us, and some of them have played with a little more grit than some of the guys that have been here all year. So it certainly is a message, should be a wake-up call, and hopefully they step up moving forward.
Winning's contagious, kind of the way it works. Scoring's contagious. To go 7 periods, 8 periods in a row without scoring a goal, finally to get one, and then to have back-to-back big third periods Friday and Saturday night. Did that momentum obviously momentum carries, but coming into tonight, was there a sense of, hey, we're expecting to win now instead of, hey, we're expecting to come close?
Yeah, I think all of that is certainly true. I believe that we always thought we could score. We were snake bit. Like in St. John's, the first night there, we lose 3-1. We outchanced them, and these are scoring chances, 26-12, and we just weren't able to put it in the net. So, if we were to replay that game, I'd like to see what the final score would be today, because of the fact that we feel better about our game right now.
How do you continue this confidence and build off of it?
That's the tricky, the tough part. I think, as long as the guys have the right mindset coming into this week of practice, and as long as they come ready to get better every day, I think that it's easier to keep this going rather than if you have a mindset that, we're good now.
All right, thanks, guys.